Rev up your engines! Okay, here we've got a problem car. Customer says it's overheating a little, but it's been hard to start and is running rough. So of course the first thing I did was hook up my fancy scan tool. And unfortunately, what did it give me? Nothing. Everything's passed, no fault. We go through the whole system. No problems that it's recorded. So we're gonna start simple here. It says it's starting to overheat. Check the coolant. But as you can see, it's full all the way to the top and it's a nice pink color it's supposed to be. So let's check the cooling fans. The easiest way is to start the car up. Turn the AC on full blast, then go under the hood and check the cooling fans. This one's blowing good, and that one's blowing good. So the cooling fans are working. So as for the overheating, could easily be the thermostat is sticking, not opening up right. So what the heck, we'll just put another one on for that. And now overheating can make your car run weird, but she's also saying it's hard to start when it's cold. And that won't have any effect on that. If the thermostat is sticking shut, it will actually start up faster because it'll warm up faster. So something else is doing that. So we'll check the air filter. Pull it out, and it's not particularly dirty. So now we'll check the spark plugs. You gotta use this special hex wrench to get this stupid thing off. And off it comes. And we take off the coil on plug. Take that 10mm bolt off. This pops out. Get the spark plug socket and check that. Out it comes. Now this baby has iridium plugs. They're firing right. They're kind of a white light gray. That's normal. When I measure the gap's pretty normal for this thing. So there's nothing obvious wrong. Spark plugs, these are iridium. They're very expensive, but they last a long time. There's no sense changing them. If one of them, say, was bad and the others weren't, I would have a misfire code. And there's none of that in the live data stream. So there's got to be a problem. I'm assuming in the fuel injection system. So I'm going to try to clean it with some cleaner. But first, before things even get hotter, I'm going to get the thermostat. So we'll know that at least that won't be stuck shut making the engine overheat. So the first thing we're going to do is change the thermostat. They open and close with heat, and I'm assuming this one is just staying closed at times and making the car overheat. Now to do this, you have to take the air cleaner housing out of the way. So we'll unbolt that. There's two big clamps. Get it up and pull it off. And as we pull it out, miracle of miracles, we found out why it's probably not running all that well. This duct is all ripped. We have to replace it. Working logically has miracles like this. Just taking the air cleaner off to get to the thermostat. Big duct's ripped, and that's why it's idling like crap. Look at that. Ha ha! Because when this rips, then air gets sucked in, which bypasses the mass airflow sensor. So the mass airflow sensor doesn't meter this, and you get the wrong air-fuel mixture, which of course will make it run poorly, especially when it's idling and you're starting it. Well, we're going to change the thermostat first. So once we get the top off, we take the bolts off inside. There's 3 of them. Get them out of the way. Then the whole air box comes out. You do a lot of wiggling and pulling. Out it comes. The thermostat on this baby, it's hidden way inside here. You got to take all that off to get to this, and then unbolt the hoses and pull it out. Then you remove the 3 little 10mm bolts that hold the thermostat in place. They're stinkers to get, so you need a long extension to reach them. And then the thermostat housing just wiggles out. There's not much working room on this thing, to say the least. You gotta wiggle and pull. And believe it or not, there's so little working room on this crappy design, you gotta take the starter off to get it off. So here goes the starter. So we'll unbolt the 2 starter bolts. They're pretty long, so you gotta twirl it quite a bit. And out it comes. Then we gotta pull the starter out of the way. Now we can get the thermostat housing out. It should give us enough room. Then you can reach in with pliers and pull out the thermostat. There it is. As you can see, it's stuck shut. I mean, the old one was in there for, what, 17 years. Normally I'd change them more often, but this is such a job. You can see most people aren't going to change them until they finally break. You see there's a little dongle here. That's an air bleeder. You put it in so that's on the top where the air will be. And as you can see, deep in here, it pushes right in the hole. The rubber seals it. Then you put the thermostat housing back over it. Then you just put the 3 bolts back on. First put them on hand tight, and then make them snug with the ratchet. And of course, you got to bolt the starter back on. There's the starter. Sure is one gigantic pain in the ass. Change the thermostat. Just keep turning and turning until the starter's tight. Then we put the air box back in its hole. A lot of wiggling. We'll make it easy. And remember to put the new air duct in for the one that was ripped. Just slips on this end. Wiggle a little. There it goes. Then slip the other end on the air box, make the clamps tight. Don't forget to do both of them. Then tighten the top of the air box, front and back. Then before we put all the covers and everything back on, we'll start it up, make sure it runs, and make sure there's no leaks. And then of course, as it warms up, we gotta add coolant, because some of it dripped out when we changed the thermostat. And there you have it. Car that idles smooth, runs smooth, and is no longer overheating. So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.